Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to the Conquerors of Coultchorn. Now, when we left off, we had been defeated by a rather ravenous horde of Havoc warriors, but thankfully enough, we have now gone through a couple of rounds of tournament. I decided to try a little bit off screen just to see whether I was actually even capable of dealing some damage and getting through the rounds, and it seems as though I have been. And so far, we have bet 500 drachmae every single round, and that means we are going to be getting a huge sum of money at the very end. So as we can see, yes, if you win, you will earn 15,000. So let's see if we continue that trend. It is 2 versus 2. Let us fight in the next round. Okay, so every single round, what they have given me has been a dagger and a bow. And you know how I feel about that, yes. So let's see if we can actually... Yes, there's a little bit of damage right there. Not too bad. Thankfully enough, the enemy actually has worse weapons than us. Amazingly enough. Unfortunately, if they hit us with one of those throwing weapons, I have a bad feeling that we will see the ground very, very soon after that. Oh, never mind. Okay, well, we took out the War Maiden reasonably easily, and our comrade is actually still alive, so we should, in theory, have no problems whatsoever as he actually takes out their horse, and there we have it. Excellent. A very nice victory indeed. We actually took no damage whatsoever, and now that I've said that, I've jinxed myself, and we're going to get killed instantly. Well, nevertheless, 2 versus 2 once again. This is the penultimate round, I believe. Let's see what we can do. Okay, so they both have daggers this time, so one of them is... Well, both of them are actually going to be quite useful, I would say, although, as you can see, the AI doesn't really know what to do with the barrier in the middle here, so we are actually getting a little bit of a respite from the AI actually being devastatingly powerful some of the time in tournaments. So let's just try and take them out as best we can. We do actually have some very good armor on right now as well, thanks to the default tournament armor. I have to say I really do appreciate that. Ooh, we just eliminated Dranton. Well, as we know, Dranton is a very powerful unit, and as we can see, this is the final. So let's do this. Okay, come on. Oh, and they would give me the worst weapon now, wouldn't they? Yes. Every single round before this, they gave me a dagger, and now they give me a spear, which is actually working for us reasonably well right now. But let's just see whether we're able to keep this up, shall we? We might be able to, but we need to get some good speed. And if this fellow continues to pursue us, then that is going to be very difficult. Oh, never mind. It appears as though he might actually just kill himself, which would be amazing. Yes, no. Okay, wait. Wait. Let's see if we can do this. No. No. Ah, okay, wait. The feeble combat. The feeble combat of my javelin is absolutely monumental right now. Oh, yes. Okay, come on. There we go, that's what I like to see. Well, 14 damage, that's pretty pitiful. But we were able to eliminate him, and there it is, look at that. 25 renown and over 20,000 drachmae. And I must say that I am very pleased to see that. That is for sure. Well, yes, look at that. That is for sure. Now, I have actually leveled up a little bit off screen because, well, fighting bandits and leveling up our party, gaining some much needed money as well has, of course, made it so that we are going to be quite fine when it comes to purchasing some enterprises, purchasing some land and so forth. So if we actually head into the Guildmaster here, I did actually already purchase an ironworks, and I think we might be able to purchase something else as well. So as we can see here, our profit would actually be 280 per week, which is actually pretty nice. 3,500, why not? Let's do it. And we could also ask for a job, escort a caravan to Tire Cork. Only 187. I'm sorry, it's only 187. I'm not really willing to do something that's going to take that long for such a small reward. Actually, it's not that far away. Well, whatever the case, I was preparing our party to eliminate those Havoc warriors that actually assaulted us beforehand, so hopefully we'll be able to with this band of warriors here. Unfortunately, these infantry have not leveled up in a while because I haven't really done too much combat. I've just been running around and well, getting things sorted, and then I thought, well, there's a tournament going on here, maybe we should do that. I also need to sell a couple of items here, as you can see, so let's actually see whether we can make that happen. So let's head on over to Shearstone. Obviously, the Havoc warriors are very close by here, so let's be a little careful, shall we? But not too careful, because we do want to make sure that they know we are around. And that would mean that then we can prey upon them, of course. So let's just sell this and this and this. And I have a couple of other things here, and I think I'm going to be keeping this too, just in case we come across a couple of companions. I did actually find 2 other companions, but they were extremely expensive. One was over 10,000, and another one was about 3,000. At the time, I couldn't afford it, so unfortunately enough, could not actually get him, but we can only hope that we'll actually come across a couple of others. You never know. Now, as you may have seen by our party screen, I've actually been recruiting quite a few mercenary troops from this particular fellow here. I recruited some mountain assassins, and unfortunately he only has 1 here, so I'm still going to take 1 just because they are very impressive. They have been literally carrying us through the fights. They are very, very powerful indeed. Maybe we'll be able to actually find a brigand party, and you'll be able to see the power of the Shadow Assassins. But even so, I'm not too sure whether we are even able to take on those Havoc warriors still, which is actually quite impressive to say. Oh, there's actually a Squire Adventurer over there. I think we'll tackle this guy first, considering it's also daytime, which is excellent, and then we will be dealing with those other fellows, the Alpmen, that actually ran in the opposite direction. I think that's actually a good idea. As you can see, we actually have still the same armor on. Obviously, we didn't really lose any when we were taken prisoner beforehand, so that's great. And now, do bear in mind, we actually have literally no archers, which is a little bit worrying, but I decided to go for an infantry heavy force, because even though it is really nice to have archers and to have the ability to shoot and kill people from range, I have found that having a load of infantry and then a small contingent of archers may be the best idea, at least for now, because we really need to have a very solid base of units so that we don't lose too easily when the enemy units come across our ranged. So let's try and make that a reality, shall we? We've knocked a couple of them unconscious so far, and maybe we could get a couple more. Obviously, we have no cavalry, so we do need to bear that in mind. But as you see, the Shadow Assassins are just literally tearing them apart. Really tearing them apart. We do have some noble recruits as well, and hopefully we'll be able to gain a couple more of those now that we have also won a tournament. That is absolutely amazing. I did not think that I would actually win, but thankfully enough, they did give me a dagger and bow combination every single time, rather than spears. I am absolutely atrocious with spears. But, thankfully enough, with the dagger, I can actually deal a reasonable amount. So, that's not bad. Now, it seems as though the farmers do actually level up too. So that's great. Hopefully we'll be able to get him a couple of level ups. Ooh! And this is fantastic. An upgrade to our kettle helm. Very, very nice indeed. And we do have a couple of horses here. Actually, 1 horse. So let's get some thick leather gloves on as well. And I think we're going to be taking this spear away, are we? I don't know, the spear's actually proven itself to be quite good in mounted combat. I have actually used the polearm a little bit when I was attacked by some bandits in a town, and it seems actually, it seems quite fun to use. A little bit difficult to get the hang of, I would say, but yeah, it's nice actually to have a lot of reach so that you can kill people from a large way, yes, a long way away. And I'm just getting distracted here by these guys here because, well, I am actually unsure whether we're able to take these guys on. Maybe we will be able to. They do have 17 prisoners, which we will be able to rescue. So let's see if we're actually able to pull this off. Let's go for some more pikemen, I think. And before we head in, I think it might be a good idea to actually level up, wouldn't it? Look at this. We have so many skill points. So let's go for some more in agility here. Probably best to go for another in shield so that we get a little bit more durability there. And, well, I suppose 1 more in strength couldn't hurt because we do want to get another point in power strike. And what else? Well, athletics, I suppose. If we do get dismounted, then it would be fantastic to run away or indeed chase someone down if we so desire. And so let us see if we can... Whoa! They are actually attempting to attack us. Well, they are very brazen, audacious units. So let's see if we can actually pull this off. Maybe, just maybe we'll be able to. They do have a couple of horses as well, so I'm going to pull out my spear here. Wow, they actually have polearms as well. Let's be a little bit cautious, shall we? Oh my, okay. This might not be too good. Well, whatever the case, we do need to eliminate these guys as fast as possible, so let's just see if we can charge these guys in, hopefully get many of them killed before they can even react. One of them has already been dismounted, which is excellent. We have a couple of pikemen actually trying to take out one of their other units, and whoa, this guy has a huge weapon. We need to be very careful of... Okay, I was going to say you need to be very careful of that, but apparently we just need to be careful of these guys. They have some very, very good weapons and gear. As you can plainly see, we are being eliminated very, very quickly indeed because we are allowing their archers to deal significant damage to us. We need to eliminate all of their infantry first, of course, and then we will be attempting to assault the archers. Wow, these guys are very, very impressive. Okay, we might actually want to get a couple of these if we can actually find some from maybe a rescued prisoner band or something along those lines. As you can see, we're getting some really nice damage from shield bash. Look at that. Oh, yes. Can we? Oh, no, apparently we cannot because our shadow assassins are just too effective. But we did lose quite a few. Yep, we lost 9 units. And just imagine, these guys are nowhere near as powerful as the Havoc warriors that we fought previously, so we need to be very, very cautious when we do engage those guys again. I'd love to be able to get our Ravicane Immortals back, of course, so let's try and do that, shall we? We get some steel bolts there, and we may as well take the sandals too, just in case. Okay, so, we actually have another amount of Varanos order over here, but there's even more of them. Probably want to move in the opposite direction now. Let's see if we can find those Havoc warriors. I'd love to be able to see where they are. Actually, wait a minute. Can I actually... Ooh, this might be a good idea. Okay, so we're going to move in to help the Varanos order. Maybe we'll be able to get a little bit of relation with them. That might be cool. That might be very cool, because if we can make them friendly to us, we might be able to enlist their assistance with fighting the Havoc warriors, and maybe, just maybe, they'll fight against each other, which would be quite nice, to say the least. Okay, so we have one unit off his mount, and wow, that was remarkably easy, of course, but let's just see whether that made any difference whatsoever. I don't know whether it did. Nope, it did not. But we were able to rescue some prisoners, which is actually very good. Okay, great to see that. Now, if I can... Oh, these guys are now neutral with us. Are they? It seems like they are. Very strange. Okay. They were wanting to attack us beforehand, but now, not so much. Okay, well, I suppose that's pretty good, if I do say so myself. Maybe we can now find the Havoc warriors. Well, whatever the case, I will search for them. Okay, so we return to the site of the island Havoc warriors, as you can see here, as well as a Witchmen lair. Now, we are also going to be attacking these fellows in just a second, as they do have our Ravicane Immortals and various other Shearstone units as well. And, as you can plainly see, they only have 27 of their Revenants remaining from the, what was it, 42 that we previously fought, and we had much less powerful units than beforehand. So this is going to be our quest to eliminate these guys, and hopefully not fight them ever again. Well, we'll see. Let's head in. Oh my, I remember a time before flesh, darkness cold and indifferent had swallowed all things, and then came the light of God's candle. I have seen his flame. Come, see it banish darkness. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, let us do it. 59 against 36. Let's see if we're able to pull something off. Maybe we will be able to. Unfortunately, what I am going to think is going to happen is they're going to rain down death upon us with their huge, huge throwing weapon skill. But if we can pull off something spectacular, for example, actually hiding a little bit and causing them to be really bad when it comes to their throwing skill, then I feel like we might have a chance. So, we're gonna see if we can just stay here for now. Whoa, we're actually doing some good damage here. Thankfully enough, we do have some ranged units at least. There's the Brigand Cavalry being taken out. We do have a couple of other units here too. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to now charge in. Yes. We're going to just charge straight on in here because we really need to eliminate these guys as quickly as possible. We cannot let them shoot their weapons. That is the only thing we cannot allow. I mean, they are just as powerful in melee combat as they are throwing their weapons, but thankfully enough, we do have shield bash. Come on, let's make good use of it. Ah, unfortunately enough, we were eliminated once again. No. Okay, come on, guys. You can do this. We do have a couple of crossbowmen. Unfortunately, it appears as though we may, again, face the wrath of the Island Revenants. Wow. Now that is impressive, I have to say. That is remarkable. We might be able to... No, it's unlikely, isn't it? Yeah, it is completely unlikely. But we actually came very close to pulling it off this time. So, yeah, what can I do? The only thing we can do is continue our vendetta against the Island Revenants, and we will do our very best the next time around. Obviously, this time we actually meant to attack them, so... well, let's see what we can do, shall we? We're going to be retreating, running away. Thankfully enough, we are not going to be taken prisoner this time. Let's see if we can actually get away from them. 6.6, 5.9, maybe we'll be able to get away from them? Maybe... Yes, the Alpmen are also attempting to attack us. That's pleasant, isn't it? Well, whatever the case, I am going to be ending this episode off here as we level up a couple of units. And next time on the Conquerors of Coultchorn, we will be returning and taking on these 8 Island Revenants and retrieving the fallen comrades that we have lost once again. So I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.